last time I did one of these. I want to find out because I'll just talk about how things have been since then. Yeah, okay, it's been roughly what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to do one on Thursday. And then what happened Thursday? I think I just got too busy to do one. But yes, I was supposed to do one Thursday. And then just wasn't able to with how things were going. Um, so I guess I'm not gonna watch this, but going onto it to see. This one was like 3 hours, so I'm sure I covered lots of ground. July 4th, so it's been almost 10 days. Um, just pull up my calendar to see what was what, so I can kind of give a. Um, well, I've gotten paid July 4th. I think I mentioned that in the stream, but my debit card had been stolen, so I went. I don't think that was this week. I don't know. I went and got a. I went and got. I ordered replacement on the app, and then I went in to get a temporary where I have to use an ATM though. Um, so I was able to grab a couple of things quickly. Not a whole lot, just like emergency items, toilet paper, that kind of stuff. Just like stuff that I'm like, oh, I need this and I need it now. Um, I think I mentioned on the other stream that I'd went to the food bank on July 2nd. Um, and that's true. I did. Um, I spent the weekend, July 6th and 7th, just doing the same stuff that I usually would do. Like I was working on. I think July 7th I released my solo album, so that was nice. Um, 15 songs. It's by far. I've written more songs for albums for sure. Like I've done more, but I think I've put the most work, the most time, and such into that album. So I'm really proud of that one. Um, so that's what I was doing on the weekend of July 6th and 7th. I spent the whole time working on promoting the music. Um, Monday, July 8th, I worked. Tuesday, July 9th, I had an appointment to go to. Um, Wednesday, July 10th, I believe on July. Okay, so July 9th, I remember this now. July 9th, yes, I had an appointment. So I went to my appointment, and then I was feeling really like down after my appointment. Not because I got any bad news or anything, just because I just wasn't in a good mood. And I was on my way home, or actually I was on my way to the library, and I went down over, because I don't have a card for this one since I moved. And plus the other one I just personally enjoy more. But I was going there to get work done on my next documentary that I'm writing, as well as my current book, like my actual novel that I'm writing. didn't get a lot of progress done on on the novel. About I did get a decent amount of progress done on writing the documentary script um, that I'm working on, but yeah, that's all I have. Because the whole time I was trying to comfort her and make her feel better while still having a crappy day. My buddy Eric invited me to hang out. Like we talked, and I was like, I'm having a really crappy day. He's like, no, I'm free if we want to hang out. And I hadn't seen him in person in over a year, so that was really nice. We went to the mall. We just walked around, hung out. Um, I ended up buying an energy drink, and he got himself a WWE figure because he also collects figures. Um, I had I so then I on the way to meeting Eric, there's a soup kitchen type thing in my area. They serve instead of serving like soups, they serve panzerottis and pizza and free hamburgers. It's really nice. And the people there are really nice too. I've been using them for a long time since I moved out on my own, and so I stopped by there. They had a new flavor that was of panzerotti because it's all panzerottis. It's just different flavors of panzerotti. So some of them are like you can get cheese, pepperoni, buffalo chicken, stuff like that, and they alternate them sometimes. And they introduced a new one that was cheeseburger, and so I tried it, and I actually really liked it to the point where I was like, damn, I might just start going there. But I was like, no, that takes that away from the people who need it more. I'll go there when I need it for sure. But yeah, I the only thing about that flavor I was kind of iffy on was that it was just stuffed with pickles. Not a big I don't like pickles, so if I got a pickle, I would like. But other than that, I was good. I was fine. I then got home, or I was on my way home, and I made a friend recently who lives like down the street. They have an apartment that's like down the street from where I'm currently living, and we've hung out at their place a couple times. I don't think I've ever brought them here. I've brought them here, but we never hung out here. But they're part of the local music scene. Um, so we're working on doing that together, on making music. But they invited me to hang out as well. They were like, "Hey, I'm free. Are you good?" And I'm like, so we hung out at their place, um, with on video call with some people. We all kind of hung out and crashed on their couch. And then I woke up at about 5 in the morning, going, "Oh crap! I work at 1 p.m. I need to get back to my place so that I can eat in the morning when I wake up, because if I don't, I'm gonna be sick the whole day and have to call in." So I ended up walking back to my place really early in the morning, going to sleep, waking up, and accidentally waking up because my shift was earlier than usual. Accidentally waking up way too late to be ready. I wasn't late for work per se, but the way I woke up, I wouldn't have had time to get ready to go to work. If that makes sense, like to shower, get dressed, eat, everything. So I ended up having to be like, shit, I can't come. So, but my manager was chill about it. He was like, that's fine, you're good. So, and then the 10th, if I remember, it was either the 8th or it was the 10th because I wasn't working that day either. This would have been, yes, this was the 10th. I remember this specifically. So the 10th, I went back to the library, continued to work on getting that stuff done, and raining when I woke up in the morning, but by the time like noon hit, it wasn't raining anymore, or it was like just very little. So I was like, okay, I've got time. I'm gonna go to the I usually go to the library to write just because I get distracted by my own room. If that makes sense, like I'll work on writing, but then I'll be like, oh, but my games are there, or oh, but different stuff. I so I like to have that clear kind of quiet motive, and so I went and worked, and it usually gives me time frame, right? Like it makes me feel like don't take forever doing this. I try to get a certain amount of time done and things done in the 2 hours that you get on the computer day, and that's fine. That works for me because it kind of gives me that. And I don't put on heavy music or anything. I usually just listen to something calming and I work. So I did that. I went to the soup kitchen again. I ate another cheeseburger, Panzerotti. And then I kind of, because of not having the debit card and not having cash on me, and not being comfortable walking around with a bunch of cash in my pocket, because it was where it's known for robberies. I was like, okay, well, I don't really have groceries. Like I did, I had food, but I didn't have enough food to last. Specifically for the 11th, I didn't have enough food to actually live. So what I did was like for example, I've still got plenty of cereals over here, like from, but I don't have any milk. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And I so I stopped at McDonald's and used my discount. I got about $60 worth of McDonald's discounted at $30. I wish I still had the receipt. I don't have it anymore, but I got the creamy Parmesan and bacon quarter pounder, which I don't believe we're selling anymore. I got two sweet chili junior chickens, which are my favorite thing we've done. I got a habanero McChicken, which I really enjoy. However, I wish we would bring the ghost pepper ones back. Those were my favorite. I don't think they sold very well though, or something. I don't know why they took them away. I wasn't working for them at the time, but they took them away. I remember trying them though, and I liked them. They weren't very spicy in my opinion. Um, I got a 10-piece nugget meal with the new sauces like that we're bringing back with. I can't pronounce it, so I'm just gonna call it the Rick and Morty sauce. Um, and I got two strawberry pies, and I think that was it. Oh, and I got a breakfast sandwich. That's right, the Mighty McMuffin that we're doing right now. Um, so I got up on the morning of the 11th. I had the Mighty McMuffin. Oh, and I got a large fry and a drink. So I drank the drink on the way here. What I do for a drink there is I usually take red Fruitopia, Sprite, orange Fruitopia, a little bit of Coke Zero, and some iced tea, and I put it all together because I'm weird. But yeah, I drank it all the way here, and then I had the fry before I went to bed, and then yeah, woke up, breakfast sandwich, worked on I had to make a few phone calls that were work related, and I wasn't supposed to go in that day. I just it was to my temp agency. We were having a discussion about some stuff, so I had to work on some of that. I had to sit on the phone for about 2 hours, and then I had my habanero McChicken for lunch, and then work. I just kind of relaxed, and then I had my I had one of my strawberry pies as like a snack before dinner, and then I had my creamy quarter pounder. Um, and I remember this is a really interesting specific memory I mean, it was only 2 days ago, but it was just interesting. So I'm sitting here with my Xbox on and I'm playing Arkham City. I've been trying to get it. I'm trying to 100% it with like everything, trophies and stuff, like Riddler trophies, because I said I would do that back when I was streaming the game, and I never got around to it because I was moving. So I'm doing it on 360 because I don't have my PlayStation with me anymore. Um, so yeah, and I was on New Game Plus. I did the main story already. I'd done all the side missions and I collected every riddle. So I was just trying to speed run through the story of New Game Plus. And I was on the Mr. Freeze boss fight, which, if you guys remember, when I did New Game Plus on PS4, I was if you go back to the stream, I can probably find it on the channel actually if I go to my channel and go to what's live. There are just if I go down, it was a long time ago though. That's the problem, because it was a really long time ago. Um, see, yeah, I'm trying to find it. It was okay. Here it was. I actually found it right here. It was 4 months ago that I streamed it. It seems, or no, that looks like a different stream. I'm not entirely sure, but the point is, I might have done it on Twitch. That might even be why. It might have been streamed on Twitch. I might have done the regular streams on YouTube and New Game Plus on Twitch. That seems more likely, but I was on the Mr. Freeze boss fight, 4 months ago when I did that, and I was like screaming, and I was angry, and I was like, I hate this so much. I don't want to ever have it do this again. And I don't think I ever actually got past it. I think I rage quit at the end of that, then ended the stream, and then I moved and never got to play the game again. So I managed to. I remember, like 2 days ago, I was on the same spot here. I was getting just as pissed off about it. I was like, what the hell is this? But I was like, you know what? And I ate the burger. I paused. I ate my burger. I had, some water. Actually, I didn't even drink. I just like scarfed down this hamburger. I ended up getting a call from my grandfather as I'm doing it. So we're talking as I'm playing this game, and I beat it, and I was like, oh my god, I beat it. And so, we finish. I pause the game. We wrap up our discussion. I go and take a water break and a piss break and this and that, and then I come back and I beat it all in one sitting on the 11th. Yeah, I sat there and I started New Game Plus, and the only time that I left was either for pee breaks, and then after Mr. Freeze, I took like 15 to 20 minutes to like recuperate because that was hard, and then I beat the rest of the game. I beat it all just one sitting, and I've never really done that before. I mean, when I was living at my old place and I wasn't working and my partner was, I definitely would play games all day, play one game for like 10 hours, but I would never actually beat the whole game in one sitting. Like, I didn't do that with Arkham City's New Game Plus even the last time, so. The original game, I think I might have, like when I first played the story mode I did on easy, I might have got through it. I don't think it was one day though. I think I got up to like one of the last boss fights, and then I finished everything the second day, and then but this was one day of playing. And then I had my other pie as like a dessert, and then before that, there was I was supposed to be with my partner. They came down the night of the 11th. they're spending the 11th to like the 19th year. I was supposed to go see them today, and I was supposed to go see them tomorrow with their friend, and we were going to all kind of just hang out. But they're playing a Pokemon Go event, which I admit I'm not that interested in. But I was going to fake being interested in to see her, and her friend seems to have some problem with me. It's been a consistent thing. He says he doesn't have a problem with me. He's gay, by the way. Like, there's no. I know that, like, even just hearing me say, oh, my girlfriend's guy friend doesn't want me around, or she doesn't want me around, sounds weird, but no, like, he's married to a dude. There's no. And like, he's the most stereotypical feminine gay guy you've ever seen. And I knew him before I knew her. I knew him in high school. We were friends. Okay, that's why I bullied him. But there's no question. Like, he has no. Anyway, so that's why I'm like, I don't care. But basically, we've had this continuous back and forth where I'm like, he makes her choose between me or him. Like, I'm hanging out, and I'm like, I don't want you to do that. It'd be better if you could have both. And so it's been a whole dramatic thing, and me and my partner have fought many times because of it. Because I've been like, dude, like, this is not a good person to be friends with. But it seemed like we resolved it a few weeks ago, like all the way in early June. And I was gonna go do, I took work off for like a week and a half for this, and then they were like, no, he specifically was like, no. And so I was genuinely like, I can't even lie. I like started getting ready to go show up at his door and beat his ass to be like, you're a piece of shit. Like, I genuinely was like, walked over to the bus stop to get ready to start going towards his place to give him a good couple licks at least. And like, I was angry. I actually had messaged my partner being like, I don't want to be with you anymore because you're not defending me. Even though there was nothing that I was just out of it. I don't know what happened, but I lost my shit. I was like ready to snap at any second. I already definitely had snapped. It took me, and this all happened roughly like 7 or 8 p.m. Around 7, yeah. And it took me until about 4 in the morning to finally stop wanting to pound somebody's head into the wall. So that was not fun. And I still don't know why it happened, because I then got, I think I ended up just saying to her, like, when you come over tomorrow, you owe me big time for still staying with you, despite the fact that you clearly don't care about me. Like, it was stupid. It was a stupid fight. We don't fight. We never do. It's only when it comes to this one friend that she has that really pisses me off, that we ever disagree on things. And usually I'm just like, whatever, we'll agree to disagree. But when it impacts the fact of whether I can see her or not, really pisses me off. But at first, she said that the thing that pissed me off was that they lied, I think, mostly. Because she said their reasoning was, we're going to be playing this game that we know you're not really interested in, and we're going to be walking around in the sunlight all day. I'm sure you don't really want to do that. And I was like, fair, but I was willing to put up with it for her. And then it was her friend who went, I'm not really ready to see you because you were a dick to me the only time we met. But to be fair, the only time we met, we went to an expensive dinner. He didn't pay for a cent of it. He bought the most expensive items and then went, oh, sorry, I don't have the money. And then left. Like when we were in the middle of dinner, he just said, I'm leaving. He didn't touch his food or anything. He just made us pay for it. So I called him on his shit when we walked out. I ran up to him and I was just like, yo, like, give us our money back. You don't deserve her as a friend. You used her. Like, you're not a fucking good person. Get the fuck out. She's trying her best to make you her friend again because they had some drama before I got with her that I'm not going to get into. Like, she's trying her best to be a good friend to you and you're being a piece of shit. Like, grow the fuck up before I beat the shit out of you, is what I'd say. So he's basically keeps saying he's scared that I'm going to beat the shit out of him. And I'm like, well, if you be a good person, I won't have to. That's all I've said to him. I'm not gonna say, oh, I never will. Because if you act like a shitty person, you get smacked like a shitty person. That's how I am. It's the kind of person I am. I've never been afraid of that kind of thing. And especially people who disrespect her. I've had people jump me, and I've taken the beating because it's not worth fighting back. But when people disrespect her, I just am like, no, no, you better get over here because I'm going to put your head in this floor. So, but I just was like, it's not, it's whatever. I'm just like, dude, I'm not gonna beat the shit out of you. Like, I want to be cool with you, but I need to see that you're cool with me. Like, you gotta earn my respect after what you did. And even she was like, that's a good point. You did break, you disrespected me, you disrespected my partner. Like, there's a good point. My partner was like, yeah, you did disrespect us. You do need to earn specifically his respect back because he wasn't your friend before. He doesn't know you. So yeah, he just said he's not ready to meet me again because he's scared. He's still scared I'll beat the shit out of him. And I'm like, honestly, right now I'm thinking about it because you're pissing me off. Because if you were a grown ass man, you would just meet up with me and you wouldn't say anything that would piss me off. You would know, you'd keep your mouth shut, you'd hang out, and you would know, you wouldn't complain about my presence. That's all I care about. So, even my partner, everyone I spoke to was like, yeah, no, I'm right for saying I already took the day off of work, so now you're wasting my time and my money by not wanting me there, and you're disrespecting me again. Like, no more. So I was ready to go put his head into the wall. Like, genuinely, I was on my way to do it. And then my partner messaged and he's like, I forgot to confirm with him that you were coming. That's why he's not ready. And I'm like, bullshit, because I already talked to him prior and he was like, yeah, you're good to come. So basically what kind of came about was I basically threatened to beat it out of every single person involved except my partner. I was just like, you better tell me I'm leaving because you're clearly hiding something. And basically it turns out that my partner's best friend's boyfriend is going to be there, who I already don't like and have a grudge against for disrespectful shit in the past. Not even towards me, just like pervy shit towards my partner. Because he's not gay, he's bi. But basically, or at least he says he is. I fully believe that he's only with the person he's with because he couldn't find a girl. But anyway, basically, I already have talked about smacking the shit out of him several times. It pretty much every time he's brought up, I'm like, dude, I don't like that guy, and I want to smack him up. But I know I don't because I respect everybody involved too much. I'm not someone who would just do that for no reason unless basically, I guess he's known to not want to do these walks with them, and he'll yell at people and start shit. So I'm like, so what you're saying is I can't be there because your best friend doesn't want his boyfriend to face the consequences of being a prick. Which is that, yeah, I might smack him one if he's rude to her specifically. And if he's rude to me, I'll be like, dude, come on. Like, not cool. You should be earning my respect. So, my partner went, yeah, wait, that's really hypocritical, actually. That's fine. So I'm still not going, but she managed to basically tell him yesterday, like, he's coming the 17th, whether you like it or not. And he was like, okay, that's fair. And she's like, and if your partner's a piece of shit, he's gonna smack him up, and you're not allowed to. And if you call the cops, I'll tell them you did. Like, we're I don't want to say blackmailing, but we're basically like, you're a piece of shit, and you're gonna deserve whatever you get if you do start a problem. But whatever. She brought the cat down with her to stay there for a week, which was cool at first until I realized that her best friend has a dog, and they're not getting along right now. She doesn't want to be around the dog. My fur child doesn't like the dog. He's a little boy. I love that cat. I love that cat here. Anyway, so yeah, we had our first big fight in a long time. We spat, we bicker, that happens, but we never have like screaming at each other like I hate you or wish we've never done that in the history of our relationship, to be honest. There's never been that. We've yelled at each other, sure, there's been times like that, but it's usually been out of worry or like one of us actually did something. Whereas this time it was mostly me that was the problem, and I can admit that I was wrong. Um, but we've moved on. So I was really stressed out, and I ended up eating my chicken nuggets because that made me feel better, and then I fell asleep. Um, and then I woke up yesterday, and I woke up to her being like, "Yo, I'm outside your house." I thought you were gonna be waiting for me. I'm like, "Oh shit, I slept in." So I was like, "Give me like 20 minutes," and I went and got like dressed and like rushed to clean my room and stuff so that she could come hang out. And we spent the day together. We did sit down and be like, what's gonna happen from moving on from this, like, because we fought really hard, and we both said some stuff we regret. But we're good now. Like, we agreed that it was stupid to fight. That it's stupid to let other people's problems make us fight, because it's not our problem that her friend doesn't like me. It's his problem, and that he's gonna have to deal with it. And especially because she's voiced to her friend that she's uncomfortable with his boyfriend around because she doesn't feel comfortable because he has perved on her and such. So the fact that she has to put up with his boyfriend because that's his boyfriend, but he can't do the same for me. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna be calling him out on that tonight. So yeah, I still should have said she'd text me if she's basically able to, if I'm good to come. Like, once the heat has died down from her basically saying, I'm gonna cut you off if you don't be nice to him. No text yet, but whatever. I told her I didn't want to go today because I've got other shit to do after this live stream. So, um, we we got we went and got lunch together at Subway, my favorite Subway location too. My brother called me for the first time in like probably almost 2 weeks. That was nice. We talked. She got me a Red Hood Funko Pop. I didn't know she'd gotten that. She's like, yeah, I got it, and I didn't want to tell you. So I wanted to surprise you with it. So I was like, that's really cool. Because it's with, I love Jason Todd. I love Red Hood. And then what else did we do? Well, there's a lot of things we did, but I don't think they're safe to talk about on YouTube. But we went for lunch. We got pizza for dinner. It was barbecue chicken. It was great. And then I walked her to the bus stop. I couldn't take her all the way back to where she was staying. I don't want to say it was too far. It's not bad. It's the route that she was taking I've never taken, and I knew I'd get lost on the way home because I'm very directionally challenged. So I just walked her to the bus stop, let her go, and then came back home. Finished at Arkham City. It's done. It's almost 100%. I'm not gonna spoil what's left to do because I actually am gonna set up my capture card and film myself doing it. Getting the last thing, and also reading all the character bios and stuff. I'm actually gonna be doing that like directly after this. Is what I'm going to be doing. Or at least after lunch if this takes too long. I don't think it'll be too long though, because we're already up to yesterday. Yeah, we had a nice time. She's coming back on Monday. However, on the 12th, I've been getting really sick lately. Like, I've had to call into work way too many times because I've been sick to the point where that's what I had to make that phone call about on the 10th, was to be like, hey, look, I don't know what's wrong with me. Could you maybe inform them that I have an unspecified illness that has been consistently affecting me? Because, like, some days it'll be fine and I'll be able to go, and then most days it's not. going to be going. Like I have a big packed schedule today. This was just the first thing I planned out. There's other things that are more priority, but the clinic I like to go to is an after hours clinic, so they don't open until 5 p.m. So I have time to do all of my stuff today beforehand, so that's good. At least I think so. Let me check. I believe so anyway. Three opens at 3. Yeah, so this one opens at 3. That's right. It opens at 3. Wait, this is a different one. Am I stupid? My computer's not loading. This is kind of annoying because now I have to research the same thing because I clicked on a result and now it's not loading. So this one seems like it's the one. That's the one I was gonna go to, but it closes at 3. I thought that it was the one that opens. The one that opens at 3 is way further than the one that that's not the one I thought it was going to. Shit. Okay, that really kind of sucks because I don't want to go before doing all my other stuff. But if it closes at 3, then I could be screwed. I might go tomorrow then because I don't want to fucking do anything today. Okay, I wanted to do it today, but now that my kind of schedule's thrown off, fuck that. Although, yeah, no, because my plan was to go to the library and wait until the other one opened, and then stay there, get get the soup kitchen food, and then go there when it's. But it's gonna be closed by the time I even get back. In the library, it's not. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. And it's a Saturday. Maybe it closes at a different time on a weekday. I'm not sure. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they're the same hours every day. But I don't know because my computer's being broken again. I don't know why. Like, why is it doing this? Like, why can't I click it at all? Can't click any of this. What the fuck? Why is Google not being nice to me here? So, yes, okay, I was right. It's only Saturday, Sunday, and holidays that they close at 3. I was correct. They open though, or they close at 5 on any other day. So I might go. I'll probably go tomorrow if I'm not busy, or I'll probably go Tuesday because that day I'm completely free until, and it closes at 5, so I can. That's fine. Like I can go there after and I can chill at the library until, or I can go there, go get the shit done, leave, go get Tiny home, go home, and maybe chill at the library. So yeah, I'm gonna give that update to my partner because they want me to go because I seem to be getting, like we're just walking and I'm throwing up for some reason, like projectile, and then I'm taking a sip of water and then it's coming back right away. I was like, it's gross, so I should probably do that. is when the meat of this, the reason that I wanted to do this stream, because I said I was gonna do a video about like how to save money on groceries and such, but I'm like, I don't have the equipment to do like a big edited video for that right now. But if I talk about it on stream, you know, each grocery trip, that would be fine, I think. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I'll be back to do that. I just need to set things up. I said, I wanted to do a video about, and I think I'm gonna do the Arkham City thing in the same stream, by the way. But anyway, I talked about wanting to do a big video being like, where's the best place to get what when it comes to prices and such for groceries and different things. Um, so I was researching it all throughout June, so now I'm going to tell you what's the best thing to get at which place, starting with Dollar Tree, which is just, I say that that's what it is. It's really just me going over, this is how much I spent at this shopping trip, and this is what I got, and this is, so, starting with Dollar Tree, the first thing I'm going to say is I was able to get a 1.5 liter water bottle. I'm not going to pull it up, but it's a 1.5 liter water bottle, which is great. I would have given the best place to get bottled water, like, award or whatever, to Dollarama, because you were able to get 2 of the 1.5 liters for $4, but they've replaced that. They no longer bring the 1.5 liters. They have just these tiny, they're like this big, and it's 4 of them for $4. So, Dollar Tree wins on that. In the fridge downstairs, which I'm not going to grab, I've got 2 big Charleston shoes. They're literally like that big. And they were nice, cheap. I haven't eaten them yet, obviously. I've got a big bottle of fruit punch. I had a bottle of Fanta, but I drank it. And then I got this. I have 2 of these. One of these was from a different shopping trip though. But sparkling Pure Life water. I get the lime flavor because it just tastes like Sprite without sugar. I really like Sprite, so yeah. I get really dry skin in the summer, so I got this. It's 20 ounce of cocoa butter. I'm actually gonna yeah, it's like moisturizer, and I get really dry skin and such, especially if I'm out all day. So I do like to moisturize, and it helps me keep my skin looking like me. I get darker in the summer, and I don't mind, but like you can see if I show you, like I got a tan line, and I don't like that. That's why I don't wear tank tops really, because I can't wear them at work, or I can't wear them. So anyway, another thing I got. I'm not gonna show the box is over there, and I'm lazy. But this is the same. But I got I got this the first time I went there, and then I just happened to get another box because my partner had some at home. He was like, I don't like them, you want them? But it's grape juice crystals. So like they're not crystals. It's like the powdered grape juice that you put it in the water and you shake it. But I was always a grape juice kid growing up. I love grape juice. And then what else did I get here? There's okay. Another thing that I got that I've never actually tried is this Starburst strawberry drink mix. It sounds good. I'm really interested in trying it. But I want to get through the grape stuff first. Yeah. I had one of these already, but I've got these ones are too. Anything that doesn't have a stick sticker on it was $1.25. By the way, I should make that clear. Or actually, it was $1. So dollar, dollar, dollar. Pretty much everything was $1. These were $2. They're just little. They're very unscented though. Like there's very little smell to these. So that's why I don't mind if they're not necessarily the most masculine. These are good to show off. Yeah, I was able to get two of these for $1.75 each. They're 12 holes. I think they're microwavable. Could be not. I don't see anything that says don't microwave. But yeah, so they were the two of those, and then they got two of these 4-packs. I actually got three, but one of them's already been this. One of them I got like a week and a half ago, just during when, like I said, I took that emergency trip. This is the last of those, and then for a while I had two Costco things of toilet paper that my grandfather gave me on Father's Day. Yes, I've got two of these. I've been collecting these actually since before I moved, but this was the last one I needed, was the Hulk Coke Zero Sugar, so I grabbed one of those. That's the same jar of peanut butter I've had since June, so that's fine. I guess I could show some of the snacks off. Oh my god, I didn't realize that these are Dollar Tree branded. That's funny. Did not know this. I got 4 of these. They're honey garlic pepperonis. But I did not see the sticker on the front. It literally says they are Dollar Tree flavored. Like they're from Dollar Tree. That's funny. I didn't know they did that. I got these. These are the only snack at Dollar Tree that I'm genuinely like excited to get. I love these little barbecue rings. This bag feels fuller than most, so. And then I saw these, and these were kind of an impulse purchase. But I think they're new. Honey barbecue, Old Dutch. I've never heard of them, but they sound interesting. And I'm working on a barbecue snack ranking too, so that actually works. I might end up trying them today. We'll see. I think I'll try them after lunch or something. I'm not sure. And then this was a wild card. I just saw these on the way. But crab flavored chips that feel more like crackers or like bugles. I just thought they looked weird, and I thought it'd be fun to try them on camera. Like that's all it was. I think this would be fun. I might do another stream later tonight and try both of those. I know. And then these are like the meal things I got. So I got 3 cans of beefaroni. That's only Chef Boyardee. I got 5 of these canned chickens, which they sound like they're gross. Like when I bought these, I was like, this is really a last resort thing for protein for me. But no, I actually like them. I've never tried these. I know they're still just Mr. Noodles in a bowl, but they're microwavable, which is actually the best part because I don't like waiting. I'll show you guys those in a bit. I'm gonna be having those for lunch today. And they're probably gonna be the most interesting thing I'll talk about when it comes to grocery stuff, just because they're so specific. Canada. But this is something that I don't know if it's Canadian or what. It says San Francisco, so what do I know? We got 4 different flavors. I've got rice-a-roni. I never made this for myself, and the boxes look small, but I got chicken. I've got beef. I've got fried rice. And I've got Spanish rice, which my mother used to get the beef kind of. So I was really chicken and beef.
this is more specific because this is actually what I'm having for lunch today. These are Canadian exclusive poutine flavored Kraft Dinner Cups. So Kraft mac and cheese that's supposed to taste like gravy and French fries. I got 5 of those. So that's a pretty good haul, but this is the reason I want to talk about this in particular, because as you guys know, I'm mentioning on a few different streams, I always keep 2 sticks of deodorant at a time. So this is what I've got now. I did not get this from Dollar Tree. I got this from Walmart on the last grocery trip, but it's nice, right? Speed Stick Ocean Surf is one of my favorites. That's not the one I've been using for my armpits. That's for other stuff. And I went to Dollar Tree when I was doing that emergency run because I ran out of deodorant as well. So I got the toilet paper, and I ended up grabbing this kind. Okay, Troyman Crinzo. It smells pretty good. I know you guys can't smell it, but it does smell good. I actually prefer it, the smell of it, compared to the other deodorant I ended up having to get. However, it's extremely cheaply made, and like you can hear it, it's not, it's been like that since I got it. It was never, it's an extremely cheaply made deodorant, and it gave me, I used the sports one that was a gel. That one didn't have any scent, but it worked well. But I wanted to get one with more of a scent, and this one had a good scent too, but it was really cheaply made and not worth using. I only still have it to show you guys. So when I was there the same day, because I was worried I'd run out of my Ocean Surf, I got a mini Ocean Surf. I don't know why. I have to smell them anytime. I just love like good scented things. But this is what I had to get yesterday. I had to get an original Speed Stick, which I'm like, I don't mind the smell, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. It seems though that only gel deodorants work on me, which makes sense because I've been using them for a long time. I used to only use powdered ones, and then I stopped. I started using, I don't know why I stopped. I think it was just what I was given a long time ago. So I started using gels, and then I started using sprays, and now it seems only gels and sprays work for me. If this original Speed Stick starts to bother me as well and give me a rash like the other one did, then I'm just gonna go back to the crappy made one and just keep using that until it's gone. Because if I'm gonna keep getting rashes, I don't care. But I've kept that other one just as like a last resort if I'm not able to go into an emergency trip for deodorant at some point. But yeah, that's really that section covered. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of clear off the Xbox people here because I'm gonna do this thing where I show you what I'm gonna be doing. So I gotta move a lot of stuff. This is gonna be a bit of a pain to do. I don't have a lot of like storage room in my room, unfortunately, other than like removable bags, which honestly, at least just for today, I might just put all this stuff into there because I don't really care. I'm actually gonna put this on though. This is my favorite chapstick right now. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. It's really dumb and kinda gay, to be honest. I mean, it's gay to use chapstick if all of the guys who put it on it, because that's just kind of how I do it, but I don't care. But this Pop Tarts Blueberry, I like it though. It smells like a scented candle. That's why though. I really just like it because I think it smells really nice. I don't know what the taste. My partner says she doesn't really care for the taste. I don't really taste anything with the color. Okay, I'm gonna just throw you. Actually, I guess
yet there's USB video, and I'm just hoping and assuming that you guys can see my Xbox screen. I clicked fit the screen. What the hell are you doing? Why aren't you fitting the screen? Is this a different? What the fuck? Okay, it's this. Okay. That was really weird. I don't know why it decided to do that. Where's my controller? Where's my controller? Also, yeah, that's my brothers on the right and my sisters on the left. I don't think I've ever talked about the fact that my brother and sister have an account on here, but yes, they do. Oh, so yeah, I've got this taco in the background. Okay, we're gonna do something special for right now. Network settings. I'm gonna disconnect. They're probably wondering why am I disconnecting from Xbox Live? We're gonna go to console settings. We're gonna go to clock, and we're gonna change the day from July 13th, 2024 to Arkham City now, as you can see. I'm hoping to do Bolt and Meet the Robinsons, like, probably start it, like, when I'm in my new place at the, in September, after Arkham Knight at least, probably. That's when I'm hoping to do those. And then the other ones, Minecraft, I'll probably start doing, possibly even this summer, as an actual, like, streamed walkthrough. I want to do, I really want to play Skyrim and Dragon Age 2, and I'm going to be working on those after this, and then if I don't end up wanting to play them or whatever, I'll do Minecraft, or I might even just start doing, instead of hangout streams, I'll do a Minecraft stream of like a survival where I created it, and I will just use that to talk about my week and play Minecraft with you guys. I think that would be a really fun way to do that. What is going on with this? Why is it frozen? I don't like that. Why are you frozen? Okay. Let me re-add the fucking... It's being stupid. spoiler alert for a 10-year-old game, Clayface pretending to be the Joker. It is interesting because I remember there's a line of dialogue from like the henchmen of like, wait, there's two Jokers? What if there's three? And then like 5 years later, the comics were like, yeah, there's actually 3 Jokers. That's really cool. That they kind of predicted that. We've got the sick Joker. It's kind of depressing how many actors from this game, like for example, Batman's voice actor, dead. James Gordon, Deadshot is no longer canon apparently. Harley Quinn, people are I don't know what they don't like her for. I think she just got canceled for something or something. I think she posted Gwen porn to her account by accident. Hush got wasted. Mark Hamill really fell off. So it's we got Killer Croc. I think this is personally my favorite design of Killer Croc in the universe. I mean, he doesn't really show up in. I prefer him more in the I think they toned down specifically his scales and design. But I think Knight, he goes too far in the monster. I think in this one he kind of does it just right. And in Origins he looks too much just like to do with skin condition. We've got Matt Spectacular Spider-Man. And I actually liked his side mission. We've got Victor Zsasz. Pretty cool, I guess. I don't really have much of an opinion on that character. I've been my universe, which I'll be talking about when I go and talk about character bios. We've got the Penguin. This is my favorite design of the Penguin, version of the Penguin ever. I actually bought an action figure of this version. It's on my shelf over there. So like, I do really enjoy this version of the Penguin quite a bit. I think Nolan North did a great job. We've got the who, as well as Catwoman, who also awakened something in me as a kid, not anymore, but as a kid. I got more taste since then. But we got Ra's al Ghul, which this game and Batman Begins were what introduced me to this character, and I think he's one of my favorite Batman villains ever. If you read the stories I wrote in my DC universe, he is someone I was interested in. We've got the Riddler looking absolutely like he's just pissed because he got in trouble. I think I only got all of the trophies. I'm not sure, but yeah, we got the Riddler. He's not a happy camper right now. Not at all. We've got Grundy, which is this game was actually my introduction to Grundy as a character. I thought he was, and then they introduced him to in like late. Really interesting because he's like a famous Batman villain, and he sure enough does show up in a lot of Batman media, like the 04 series had him too. But he's actually originally a Green Lantern villain. So that's kind of an interesting thought that I didn't really know at the time. We've got Two-Face. I enjoy this version of Two-Face personally. I do. Obviously, there's plenty of versions that are written better. He doesn't really have a very complex character, but I do enjoy him. His voice I like a lot. We've got Hugo Strange. This was my introduction to him as a character, actually. When I was like 5. I mean, yeah, I definitely, when I wrote him into my universe, I very much took inspiration from this version for his mannerisms and such. So, there you go. We've got who I think is very overrated as a character, just in general.
in my universe, I don't or can't remember, but like I never did. But I did have someone go, "Oh, Jack Ryder, yeah, he's a creeper," like as in like a perv, and I thought that was like fun. We've got Vicky Vale, who doesn't appear to have an active relationship with Bruce Wayne in this universe. But then Arkham Knight, I guess, I believe confirms that they're actually exes, which makes sense because she has some kind of bitterness towards him, but not hate. She really cares about him, but she's more focused on her job. We've got the Batwing, which I don't remember actually appearing in the game, so it drops off his suit. I think that's what it does at the beginning of the game, but I don't think you actually see it. I think you just see it in the distance. We've got Quincy Sharp, a character that is interesting to have returned because of what you find out if you collect all the Chronicles of Arkham in the first game. You find out that he was possessed by Abomination Arkham. He's a antagonist in the series, even though he looks not threatening. He's him by the point of this game, because he does not seem to have. He doesn't seem to continue that mystery, so I don't really know. It would have been cool if there was like a mission where you have to catch him when after he got kidnapped, like you catch him and he's killing criminals or something. I think that would have been a much better mission than some of the ones we got. I think it would have helped continue that plot thread a lot. Because I love these games, but I feel as though a lot of them are really disconnected. They don't feel like one overarching story besides some of the Joker stuff and the Titan stuff. Other than that, they don't really feel like they continue. It feels like you can grab one and you don't really have to play through the others, and that's fine if that's what you're kind of person. But it makes it feel big. I like them to feel like they're continuing off of each other and that things are building up. And they don't, I don't want them to feel. I like that they do feel self-contained, but weird that these are the same characters. These guys don't show up at all in this game. I'm actually confused as to why they're here because they don't show up. I guess they might have been in a prototype, but they do not show up in this game, so that's interesting. Obviously, we've got a League of Assassins member. The character trophies, by the way, are just the models, allowing you to view the character models, to be quite honest. I think that's the only reason they do this. It gives you a chance to view the models as stats. It's interesting that, like, I'm saying though, like, the overarching story of Asylum and Night is very much like characters where Batman and then the Titan formula was like a big plot for everybody to try and get as much as they could. And then after this game, Arkham Knight came in, you can really tell that the writing team switched and didn't want to follow the same story as Arkham City. They didn't really want to follow up to it. They just wanted to do it differently. And the only thing about the other games that Knight kept that this game set up was Scarecrow being the main villain. Which I'm glad about that because it does definitely feel better knowing that like if all those hints, because Scarecrow doesn't show up, all those hints of him would have been a lot cooler. Are definitely a lot cooler now that they've paid off. That definitely feels nice. I do wish that they got the voice actor from Asylum to come back though, because I really like his voice for Scarecrow. I do enjoy the one from Night too, but I don't like him as much as the one from the Asylum game. But I get it. Arkham Knight came out like a long time after Asylum. They probably couldn't get the guy, or he just didn't care. We got concept art now. Catwoman. Okay, I can't just cycle through it. I wanted to see if there was a way to just cycle through it all and just, but I guess not. Two-Face. I actually had a poster as a kid in my room that had specifically these four: Two-Face, Joker, Penguin, and Riddler. So it's kind of cool that I'm pretty sure these were released as teasers for the game before the game came out too.
definitely noticed when I was playing it on PS4 and doing the streams that it is really very much point to point fetch quest story. Oh wow, okay, so this is something that doesn't happen, but I can imprison in the museum. And yeah, there's supposed to be a mammoth instead of a snake. That's interesting. You can see that there's men with guns here, it looks like. So I guess there's supposed to be definitely a predator map in Wonder City. The concept art. So now we're gonna actually load up our story mode here. And go speak with. As you can see, I'm actually gonna do the bios before I speak with County and read all the Arkham City stories and such. But give you time. I don't really like reading out loud, and I don't like hearing people read out loud, so I'll just read them myself and let you guys pause it. For the Arkham City stories, at least. So as you can see, nothing on the map. If I go to upgrades, level 44, and just everything. If I show you guys the riddles here, 100 to 400. So yeah, got that man. Alfred looks different at night, by the way. Jesus, Barbara's 5'11". Got Robin. This one is Tim Drake Robin. So I'm actually going to talk about this a little more extensively. The like timeline of the Robins in this universe, because it does get a little confusing, as there's like there's a lot of different a lot of confusion. So my personal belief, right? Obviously in Arkham Origins there was no Robin. Bruce is working alone. But once during the Arkham Origins Online campaign, Robin shows up. but then in Arkham Origins Blackgate, he's not there. So, but yes, during the events of that, which would have been shortly about, I give it a year or so after Arkham Origins and Arkham Origins Blackgate, Dick Grayson becomes Robin, and then eventually, and he's roughly a teenager at that point. I don't think Batman ever actually had a child as Robin in this universe. Eventually, Dick Grayson obviously leaves, becomes Nightwing. Jason Todd becomes Robin. The events of Death in the Family seem to have happened, but I'll get more into that because a different time, because they're very different than the events in the comics. I believe that happened either shortly before or after the events of Asylum. I believe it was shortly before the events of Arkham Asylum that Death in the Family took place. Because Robin isn't mentioned at all in Arkham Asylum, but then Tim Drake is Robin here, confirming that Jason and Dick had already been Robin in this universe. So for Tim to be Robin, it makes sense that he would have had to have become Robin either in the year and a half between Asylum and Arkham City, or shortly after Jason's death and before Asylum. I believe that he probably was in training before the events of Arkham Asylum, or that I honestly believe that Arkham Asylum and Death in the Family go at the same time, because they both take place in the asylum. And we don't see Joker doing a lot of things. We only see him a few times throughout the story, or he's on I firmly believe that that's when Jason died, was during those events, and that Tim had been in training because Jason had been missing for 6 months at that point, and Bruce was training Tim or something of that nature. But yes, I don't think Tim was Robin during the events of Asylum. I think that he became like fully Robin like this between. But the Arkham canon is very confusing, especially when it comes to the Robin timeline. So it's like my number. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Gordon. Like I said, he gets redesigned in the next game, and Robin gets a redesign too, but it looks worse, and I refuse to acknowledge it. We've got Freeze, who has a bunch of interviews. I unfortunately can't play them because I don't seem to have the ability to play sound on this. I don't really know why, which is also going to make Minecraft hard to stream if there's no sound, now that I think about it. I might see about, give me a second here.
see if you can hear it.
Prisoners here, sir. Very good, very good. Said.
Or not. It appears that you can. I'm going to... I can't hear it though, myself. So now I'm just confused. Let me see if there's something else they want me to do. Oh my god, I actually just did it. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I'm a genius. Alright. I think it is gonna echo for you guys in 1 second. Which is no big deal. I'll just do that real quick. And it's interesting because Freeze first shows, like, has a first appearance chronicled in he shows up in Arkham Origins Cold Heart DLC.
Prisoners here, sir. Very good. Send him in. But we haven't got the suit off yet. He's dangerous. Are you sure? Of course. Victor Freeze and I have much in common. We will be fine. Welcome to my facility. Please, take a seat.
I prefer to stand. Why am I here?
Oh, Victor, there will be plenty of time for that later. Right now, I wish to get to know you. Discover how you came to have such a frosty outlook on life.
I have nothing to say to you. You may have taken my weapons, but my suit still has considerable offensive capabilities. I will freeze the marrow in your legs. Each bone will shatter and fracture, while you remain completely aware of your impending paralysis, begging me to end you.
I don't think that you will do that, Victor.
Really? Why not?
Simple. If you hurt me, your wife will die.
Where is she? Where is my wife?
Nora is in safe hands. Now, let's discuss an incident from your childhood.
No.
Then this is over. Guard.
Wait. What do you wish to learn?
Your early years were troubled.
I was not a sociable child, but that is all.
Even your parents disowned you. They sent you away to a reform school, correct?
They did not understand my work.
Your work? According to a police report, you froze over a dozen of your neighbor's pets.
I have always had an interest in cryonic preservation. I didn't understand why my parents allowed our sick pets to die instead of attempting to save them. So I set about finding my own way. I intended to revive all of those creatures.
But you didn't. Which brings us to Nora.
Have you ever seen a flower die? Watched something that was once so beautiful, so full of life, collapse and rot from within?
You refer to Nora's illness.
It seems like yesterday when I first found her. It all happened so quickly. Suddenly, I was losing her.
Did you seek help? What about your employer, Gothcorp?
I hid it from them, diverting resources from Gothcorp's research in an attempt to find the cure. But in the end, I failed. Time was running out. I knew that if I was discovered, Nora would die.
Why take that risk?
Do you know what it is to love someone? To really love them?
No.
Nora was all I could think of. I reran the diagnostics, re-examined every detail from every angle, certain that I had missed something. I cursed myself for being so blind, so stupid. Surely there was a cure. I just needed more time. And then I realized what I had to do. I had worked without sleep for a week. My needs didn't seem important. Sleep didn't matter. Food didn't matter. There was only her. I looked at Nora and I told her that I loved her. She told me there was nothing I could do, that we should just accept fate. She smiled her beautiful smile as she said, I promised to cure her. And then I pressed the button.
You cryogenically froze her, keeping her on ice, so to speak, while you worked on cure. It broke your heart, but now you had all the time in the world. Did you feel relieved?
I went home and fell into a deep sleep. For the first time since we discovered Nora's illness, I dared to dream. But for weeks I had ignored my superior's attempts to contact me. The next morning I overslept. By the time I got to the lab, Ferris Boyle, the CEO, was there waiting.
What did he do?
He accused me of industrial espionage, which I denied. Then his guards found Nora. Boyle told me that, like all of my research, she belonged to him. I was enraged. I attacked him. His guards beat me back, and in the struggle, I was drenched by the cryogenic chemical I had created. I lay on the floor, helpless, watching the guards steal Nora away. Boyle told me it was a tragedy for such a promising mind to perish in a lab accident. And he left me to die.
But you survived.
The chemicals were absorbed into my body and transformed my metabolism. My body went numb. I felt a strange tingling, then searing pain all over. Each breath ignited my lungs. I clawed my way back to a refrigeration unit, and as I closed the door behind me, I felt the icy chill calm my aching body. Things suddenly seemed clear.
What seemed clear? Finding a cure for Nora?
No. Revenge. Boyle would pay.
You failed to kill Ferris Boyle, though, didn't you?
Yes.
Why?
You know why. Batman. Well, he did return Nora to safety. Until you got her.
See? There you go. Blame me, blame your parents because you failed to revive the nameless pets. Blame Ferris Boyle for spoiling your plans to cure Nora. Blame Batman for stopping your revenge against Boyle. And now, your Nora is in danger.
Because of you.
No, Victor. because of you. You have always had a heart of ice. You stole people's pets. You stole Gothcorp resources. And since then you've stolen so much more for your own selfish scientific inquiries. If you had shared your genius with others, devoted your energy to medicine instead of pride, perhaps your ice princess would be at home now, preparing you a hot meal instead of being delivered to the Joker. No, you could have saved Nora a long time ago, Victor.
It's all for her. Everything. I will get her back. And when I do, I'm coming for you.
Thank you. We are done now.
Nora.
Which, you know, when he appears in... this is my favorite version of the Penguin, but when he appears in Origins, he doesn't have the messed up eye, because it's not a monocle. In concept art and such as this, but I believe he's just got something lodged in his eye permanently.
I'm only doing this as a courtesy, Strange. Don't think you've beaten me.
I just thought we could both benefit from a little talk, Mr. Cobblepot.
Don't try that psycho mumbo-jumbo with me, Strange. I'm not like the other crazies.
Of course not. After all, considering the challenges you faced.
Challenges? What freaking challenges? You're not better than me. No one is. I own this place.
Well, to be clear, I allow you certain freedoms, but let's continue. Why do you feel the need to own anything? I believe it is a mechanism to compensate for some childhood inadequacy. You were friends with the Waynes, correct?
I was. Till someone did the world a favor and blew the brains out of little Wayne's self-righteous parents. I was laughing for weeks. It still brings a smile to my face.
And you think that's okay?
Okay? No, I don't think it's okay. I think it's bloody hysterical. That family destroyed mine. What happened to them? Well, it couldn't have happened to nicer people.
Take a seat, Mr. Cobblepot.
What is it now, Strange?
I wanted to talk about your apparent hatred of the Waynes. Your outburst last time was most interesting.
Or simple, really. I don't like listening to the bastards. Look at them. All high and mighty because someone killed Mummy and Daddy.
Most people look upon him with sympathy.
No, they don't. They're jealous. Jealous of his money, his cars, his women. He lost the sympathy when he vanished for all those years. I can't tell you how much I owe his business, his dear Mum and Dad.
Where do you suppose he went?
How am I supposed to know?
Let us move on.
No. It's time that you do something for me.
And what is that?
Here's a list. Told you, Strange. No more little questions until you give me what I want.
Take a look, Mr. Cobblepot. Here is a purchase order for the various firearms you require. I must say, you've chosen an exotic selection.
I only take the best.
A wise strategy.
So what's yours?
Excuse me?
What are you up to? Why would you give me of all people, guns, explosives, all this stuff?
Arkham City is an experiment, Mr. Cobblepot. A new way of thinking. We've separated you from society, so I am more than willing to study the results if you all just decide to kill each other. Besides, your feud with the Joker is intriguing.
I was here first. I bought my museum in the Iceberg Land fair and square. It was you that made us stuck us all together.
Again, you refer to owning things. Quite fascinating. I believe we gave you the opportunity to leave.
And take over my turf. Never.
Good evening, Mr. Cobblepot. I trust you received the second delivery.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what you did to those dribbling monkeys, Strange, but they were perfect.
I'm glad. It appears that we can both help each other.
If you say so. I suppose it doesn't hurt that by the time I'm done with them, there usually is too many pieces for anyone to know what you're really getting up to in those rooms of yours.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Of course not. So, you go. The clown. She really died.
It is so. Self-inflicted, of course, but yes, he is. He has Mr. Freeze working on a potential cure, but I am sure neither of us want him to get his hands on it, do we?
We're ready.
Good. Now, one last thing. Your face.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
The eye. I believe it was the result of a bar brawl, correct?
Torag got lucky. He got his though. He took my eye. I took both of his. Left him trying to walk across the Gotham freeway rush hour. Hilarious.
You're a rich man, Mr. Cobblepot. You could have had that glass removed.
They said it was impossible. And what the hell? I think it gives me a more unique look. Know what I mean? Now, where is Freeze?
He's right here, in the room next door. You can take him with you. Are you familiar with the term Napoleon complex?
No. What is it?
It's nothing. Oh, and one last thing. Here is a list of 10 prisoners I believe work for you.
Yeah, so what? You want to saw their heads open and scoop out their brains too?
No. I just thought you'd like to know that they are all in the employ of the GCPD.
What?
I believe you know what to do with them. I don't like being spied on, Mr. Cobblepot. Good night.
How does it feel, Wayne, to stand on the very stones that ran with your parents' blood? Do you feel sad, full of rage? Or does that outfit help bury your feelings, hiding your true self? Oh, you are a truly extraordinary specimen. I look forward to breaking you.
Oracle is not Oracle, is currently backloaded, not Universe Robin has not been introduced. Freeze was introduced in Oracle was introduced in the first credit scene of season of my Batman, like the teaser for the end of Batman before. Or backload was introduced, sorry, end of Batman before. Mr. Freeze was introduced in my third Batman book. Penguin was introduced in my first Batman book and was killed, unfortunately. Hugo Strange was introduced in my second Batman book and was killed. Harley Quinn has not been introduced in, doesn't appear to have any interviews with her, so. one has the most interviews, by the way.
I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. A hotline straight to my bestest friend in the world. Just think, I can call you up whenever I get bored. I think our relationship is really maturing here. The next thing you know is we'll be exchanging emails or meeting up for romantic dinners.
You have one missed call.
Ring, ring. I was just remembering when it first occurred to me. It was about 6 months after you left me on that rooftop back at the asylum. As the bones knitted back together, I had plenty of time to think. So how do you keep a secret from the world's greatest detective? Well, do you know? It's easy. You sit right in front of him, right under his long pointy nose, and wait. I hope you're doing your best here, Bat, because I just had a horrible thought. We could both actually die here tonight. Fortunately, the odds are weighted in my favor, but just imagine how you'll feel if I'm gone. It's not like you're not lonely enough, right? All that brooding is not good for you, you know. Do you have someone to go home to each morning? And I don't mean that kid you drag across the rooftops. I mean someone real, someone you can talk to. I don't think you do. It is sad, isn't it? You all live in Gotham, and the only person you can rely on is me.
You have one missed call.
Hey, been missing you. Get back to me. Laters.
You have one missed call.
Hello? I'm not sure that you got my call earlier. I'm just dying to speak to you. Call me, Bats.
You have one missed call.
Bats? Seriously? Making me paranoid. Why aren't you answering my calls? Haven't gone and died on me, have you?
You have one missed call.
Look, I know you're not dead. I'm missing a group of my guys down under the tower. Guess that means you know about the guns already. Well, yeah, I admit it, they're mine. Strange gives them to me, okay? Can we be BFFs again?
You have one missed call.
Maybe it wasn't you that took out my guys. Alright then. The message I left before, you know, the one I left about the guns, you can ignore it. Just delete it.
You have one missed call.
Right. This is getting ridiculous. I've been leaving messages all night, you still haven't got back to me. Who do I need to kill to make a pickup?
You have one missed call.
At last. Hey, Bass. Where you been? I was just calling to find out how you're feeling. Are you getting the hallucinations yet? I know. It's hard to tell these days. You just never can tell if it's Scarecrow again, that little guy with the hat, my blood running through your veins, or if after all this time you really are actually going crazy.
You have one missed call.
Hey, Bass, are you okay? I'm sorry I had Harley steal your cure. You were so busy with Freeze that she didn't even have time to ask. But don't worry, as soon as that little mix is back here and I have my share, I'll save some for you. You have to work for it, but it will be right here waiting for you. You probably won't believe this, but I don't really think I can sit back and watch you die. It's selfish, really, but we need each other. Life would be so boring without you. Who would I talk to? Who would really understand me? Hello? Anyone in there? sense of humor. Ah, strong and silent type, eh? Think you're safe behind that mask? Give me 20 minutes in a can opener, and I'll have you whimpering like a schoolgirl. You might like it.
It's enough, patient. Guard, leave us.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Professor Hugo Strange. And you are...
Two-Face. Catwoman.
We can play these games as long as you like.
Great! I love games.
Not in my facility, you won't. I am offering you this opportunity to make a deal. I am fully aware of your condition. The last thing you have is time. But I can make your final days more comfortable.
And in return, I'd be giving you...
I wish to study you. I need to know why you are the way you are.
I don't have long, Doc. You're going to need more than some psycho mumbo-jumbo to get to the bottom of what's wrong with me.
Oh, I have more than that. Much more. So, do we have a deal? How are you feeling today?
You promised me another doctor, Strange.
Maybe you shouldn't have killed the one I sent last week. What made you do it?
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. Besides, it was worth it to see the look on her face. Hey, you know what? I think I've got a piece of it here in my pocket.
You are trying my patience. That was the third doctor you've killed.
Well, keep on sending them, Doc. I'm trying to break my record.
I think it is time for you to do something for me.
Maybe, Doc.
Tell me how you came to be. Explain what made you what you are today. How you come to be sitting across the table from me. Dying.
Is that all? I guess you could say I was on a very bad day.
Really? Go on.
It was a Thursday night. Things had been getting worse. I was 3 days from the bank foreclosing on my home. The chemical plant I worked nights at was about to lay off half the workforce. And I was sitting in the hospital, holding the hand of my pregnant wife, wishing to God that she wasn't dead.
That must have been upsetting for you.
Probably was. Back then, though, all I knew was that if I didn't let old man Falcone's men into the plant that night, they'd have killed me too. So here's the thing. I had to decide. Could I live without her? Was there any point going on? I've got to admit it. I was scared. Not being dead, you understand.
No one would blame you if you were. It is perfectly common.
Do I look common? No. I was scared of the part just before you die. When you don't know what is about to happen. When you're desperately clutching at life and trying to hold on with slippery, blood-covered hands. So I made the decision right there.
And what was that?
That is a story for another day, Strange. I think I may need to see a doctor. Get me one.
You were telling me about the night your wife died.
Oh, no, Hugo. As I recall, I was waiting for you to send me another doctor.
We both know I have sent you 3 more doctors.
Did you?
Yes. One was left dismembered outside the elevator to my office. The other 2 have not been seen since they were sent to you.
How careless. Listen, Doc.
Professor.
Okay, Professor. I'll give you a little more. I just hope you're taking notes. It's the day after, and I'm standing in the freezing rain, just staring at the chemical plant, feeling numb. Jeannie was dead. It didn't seem real. I can remember the day I first met her. Her infectious smile as I told her bad joke after bad joke. Somehow, even after living with the pathetic wretch I was, she still wanted my child. And then they arrived. Reality's way of egging me another wedgie. Falcone's men told me to cheer up. He said, things could be worse. I asked him how. He grabbed me by the collar, pulled me closer. He'd been eating garlic and each word sagged as he threatened to perform oral surgery on me with a nail and a brick. Created I. They handed me a box. I remember thinking it was heavy. Was it a bomb? A gun? I'd never used a gun before. Were they that heavy?
And what was in the box?
How's that doctor coming along?
I'll get you one.
And when you do, I'll tell you the rest.
You're looking a little better, yes.
I have my good days and bad days, but I do try and start each one with a smile.
Are you ready to continue your story?
Yeah, why not? So where was I?
The box.
Ah, yes, the box. So there I was, tearing open this box, expecting the worst. And all it had in it was a crazy red dome and a cloak. I thought they were having a joke with me, but no. They made me put it on. They said it was a disguise. It would keep me safe. Smelled like garlic. That was it, really. I was dressed up like a spaceman, barely able to see, trying to break into the one place in this town that had given me a job. Have you ever tried to walk with an enormous fishbowl on your head? Don't answer that. It's hard. I couldn't see where I was going. I must have tripped one of the alarms. I heard muffled gunfire. I panicked and tried to run. And then I saw him. Who? That man. Really? Yes, really. Batman tried to hit me. I moved out of the way, but what you need to understand is there's this giant bowl on my head. And I lost my balance. It's like life, really. 1 minute everything's bad. The next your wife's dead and you're hanging on for dear life, suspended over a tank of experimental chemicals. I'm sure he'd say he tried to save me, but we all know he didn't. I fell. For a second, just as I hit the surface, I thought I may just get away with this.
I assume that wasn't the case.
Do I look like I got away with it? I was drowning. The chemicals were burning my skin. My entire body felt like it was on fire. And it was all his fault.
Whose fault? Batman's?
Who else?
Yours?
Come again?
Let me tell you what I believe. I believe that you have fabricated a series of events that you used to conceal the truth about your condition. I've read 12 different accounts of your past. All different, except for one detail. Batman.
What can I say? I like to keep things interesting. A wise man once told me that if you have to have an origin story, you're better off making it multiple choice.
And never facing up to the truth of what happened. What you did. How you got here.
Oh, I know exactly how I got here. A big truck brought me here from Arkham. You remember the asylum, don't you?
Of course.
Good. Because I'd hate to think that I'd fabricated seeing you watching me in my cell all those times.
Excuse me?
Hugo, you merry maniac. You were obsessed with me. You all were trying to get in here. Next thing you'll tell me it wasn't you who sent old Sharpie over the edge. Nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. If you want to make sure that no one else finds out about your past, you should stop poking your nose into mine. Oh, and send me another doc. I think I need a second opinion.
Sit down, Mr. Dent. It is Mr. Dent I'm talking to, right?
Use a real name.
Two-Face, if you wish. Please, sit.
What is it strange? Not happy just arresting us, throwing us in this place.
I wish to understand you. I have read the reports, seen the footage, and now I want to hear your side of the story.
We'll see.
I assume that you feel the need to toss your coin in order to decide whether to answer my question.
You ready to find out?
Well,
Came up bad. Sorry.
not a problem. Guard, take Mr. Dent's coin off. No! Good. Now let us see what fate has in store for you.
Kill you for this.
Really? Look at your coin. It wants you to tell me about that day in the courtroom.
It was painful.
Elaborate.
I was naive. I thought I could make a difference. Falcone was going to go down for what he had done.
But he had other plans.
Look at my face.
I am. A combination of first, second, and third degree burning. Scar tissue is quite fascinating.
You think?
And that is all it took to make you the way you are.
Give me my coin.
Not yet.
What is it strange? Are you enjoying this?
Not in the slightest. Let's go back further. You were a rising star, a beacon of light for this city. The white knight riding in to save it, with the dark knight not far behind.
You can leave him out of this. He's wrong. They all are. No one understands the beauty of fate's hand. I'm grateful to Falcone. He gave me a clarity, a purity that few will know. Everything boils down to a simple choice. This way or that way. Good or bad.
Do you really believe that?
How could I not?
Interesting. So all you need is this coin, and everything is simple?
Give me it.
What about this coin? Or this? Or these?
What are you doing?
Proving a point. Fate didn't make you answer my question. I did. I replaced your coin with my own. See? You answered me because I wanted you to. How is he today?
The prisoner has been quiet. Since getting those coins, he has spent most of his time examining them.
Good. Hello, Harvey. Are you ready to talk?
Leave us. We don't want to talk. Not to you.
Please, take a seat. I have one last thing to discuss, and then I will give you something in return.
I can't decide. It's too confusing.
Of course it is. I want to talk about Mr. Wayne.
Why?
Indulge me.
We don't like the guy.
Hardly surprising. Did you ever consider that you were alike? A traumatic event created in you. An equally traumatic event altered in him.
He's nothing like us. There's no risk, no danger. It's just money and girls. We should kill him.
Maybe you should. Listen to me, Harvey. I am going to give you a simple choice. This is your coin.
Why is that?
It was your father's, correct? You know every inch of it. When you close your eyes, you can feel it, can't you?
Give me it. Please.
I want you to understand what I'm about to tell you. You believe that this coin determines the fate of your world. I, however, believe that your condition has always been present. It was there before you were attacked, and it is still there now. You probably had headaches. Your wife found you unpredictable, scary sometimes. I'm going to throw the coin in the air. If you let it fall, I will do whatever I can to cure you. I will you become the man you used to be. Or, if you grab it, I will let you loose in Arkham City, and I will tell you what Catwoman is doing right this second. Can't decide? You have to. At this moment, Catwoman is preparing to steal the contents of the safe in your old campaign office.
Bitch. We need to stop her.
And you may. Goodbye, Mr. Dent.
Two-Face was introduced in book 4. Ra's was introduced in book 1, but was not a main villain until book 4. And Harvey Dent himself was introduced in book 1, became a villain in book 4. I should probably specify that. And I have not introduced to it yet. Clayface was actually introduced in my universe in book 2. Riddler was introduced as Albert Enigma in book 1 of my Batman universe. He was introduced as Enigma, in book 2, and then was introduced as the Riddler in book 4. Sorry, he was introduced as Eddie Nash, and then Enigma in book 2. So yeah.
Do not fret, Mr. Mayor. Everything is under control, I promise you.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just headaches. The pain. They come all the time now.
Continue to take the medication. It is late, Mr. Mayor. You are tired. You need your sleep. You will hang up now. Imbecile.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
What? How dare you enter my office?
Oh, I'm not in your office. And please don't insult me by attempting to trace this broadcast. You will fail.
I take it I am talking to Mr. Edward Enigma.
Do you know of any other inmate in your twisted little penitentiary who is ingenious enough to arrange this little chat?
Narcissism, a compulsive desire to prove his intellect, and a predilection for riddles.
You've read my file.
Of course.
Good. Then let's get started. How do you attempt to understand what is going on in Arkham City when all of the answers are strange? Good evening, Hugo. I believe it is time for our one-on-one.
No. It is time for you to stop this and give up. My tiger guards will find you, and when that happens, I will perform the procedure on you myself.
Procedure? Oh, you mean what you did to all those poor fools back at the asylum? To be honest, I think you did them a favor.
How do
I know that you requested access to all the most forgettable patients and proceeded to melt their brains with the help of that confused milliner? Or did you mean, how do I know that you have been providing the ex-warden with your own special medication? No doubt intended to render his synapses more malleable to your suggestions. Or maybe you are currently wondering if I know about the secret panel in your closet. How it slides back to reveal what you want most. How you sit, wearing that suit, crying into your hands as you question whether you are really worthy.
What do you want, Mr. Nigma?
Oh, that's easy. I want exactly what you want.
And what's that?
Batman, dead. Humiliated, but dead. Knock, knock, Professor. Guess who?
I grow tired of these insipid games, Mr. Nigma. If you wish to speak to me, my guards will escort you safely to my tower.
Please, Hugo. If you're going to set a trap, at least pretend to try harder than that.
No traps, Edward. I simply wish to grant you safe passage through Arkham City. I think the time has come for us to meet as equals.
You, Strange? My equal? I am the man whose cunning will soon have Batman lying at my feet, bloody and broken.
Really?
Then I will pull off his mask and look into his dull, dying eyes. In that last instant, he will know that I have finally beaten him. And I will finally know who he really is.
My apologies, Edward. I see now we are nowhere near equals.
Finally,
You see, like me, you are obsessed with the Batman. But unlike me, you don't know who he really is, do you?
What? I know you are lying, Strange. There is no way that you could have figured it out. It's some kind of trick. It must be.
Oh, I use no tricks, no childish puzzles. I simply created a psychological profile of the man most likely to be the Batman, and then matched it against the most logical candidate. I was right, of course.
Well, who is he?
But that would spoil the game for you, wouldn't it?
You must tell me. I implore you, Strange.
Really, Edward? If I could figure it out, it must be child's play for you.
But I...
Interesting. Tell me, Edward, how is the Riddler like a blank dictionary? You're both at a loss for words.
Brandy was introduced outside of my Batman stories in my universe, in the first Green Lantern story. And Catwoman was introduced in Batman.
We found a prisoner attempting to break into your office, sir.
I see. Leave us.
Yes, sir.
Well, as I live and breathe, Professor Hugo Strange. Your posters really don't do you justice. You really are far more evil-looking in real life.
Charmed. Tell me, what do you plan to do, Miss Kyle? I assume that you were attempting to break into my office in order to retrieve your ill-gotten gains.
You stole them from me.
Hardly. The items were confiscated upon your arrest.
Yeah, about that. This holiday camp of yours is quaint and all, Hugo. But I don't think I'll be staying too long.
Escape is impossible.
A girl loves a challenge.
So do I. Tell me, what would you do if I let you go? attempt to escape, try and find the confiscated items, contact the Batman.
Why would I contact him? It's his fault I'm in here.
Is it? I believe you would have escaped if greed had not got the better of you. He was actually in the process of rescuing you, was he not?
I didn't need his help.
Or any man, it appears.
Come on. You're going somewhere with this. Spit it out.
I've been studying you.
I can see. My eyes are up here, by the way.
Very amusing. Tell me, what was it like growing up alone, fending for yourself, doing whatever was necessary to stay alive?
Please, I'm tearing up here.
And Holly, what would you do if I sent my men after her?
Touch her and you're dead.
Have you calmed down yet?
Where is she?
That depends on your next answer. If you could save one person tonight, who would it be? Holly? Or the Batman?
He can look after himself.
Good. Holly is safe for now. Let us talk about Batman.
What do you think I can tell you that you don't already know? You've been sending your goons after him for months. He said you were studying him.
So to speak. Good. You never knew your father, correct?
Enough, Strange. This is over.
If you say so. Captain, do you have the girl in your sights? Yes, sir. Kill her.
No!
Are you prepared to talk? I thought so. Keep the girl targeted, Captain.
You bastard.
Shall we continue? Your father. Did you ever meet him?
Never knew the son of a bitch.
Unfortunate. He certainly seems to have made an impact on you. The distrust of men, for example. Your relationship with Batman, would you call it close?
Me and the brooding one get along just fine.
But you want more. But you can't trust men, can you?
What? Look, he's spoken for. He must be. How else could he resist all this?
You're both very similar, aren't you? A shared disregard for the law, a belief that you are doing the right thing, and a similar taste in attire. But beneath the surface, there is a weakness.
Like hell.
You both risk everything for a chance at redemption. You tell yourself it's to help her. He does the same for the boy. It's all just to make his life more complete, to become the father he never knew.
You don't know anything about him.
And neither do you. He hasn't confided in you because he doesn't trust you. And it hurts, doesn't it? I touched a raw nerve, didn't I?
Are you still here?
You're hurt because he knows who you are, but you don't know anything about him. Do you love him?
No!
Holly is safe. I have little interest in the life of a teenage delinquent, unless of course she finds herself in my facility.
What was all this about, Strange? Do you enjoy making people beg?
Not at all. I'm only interested in what makes people do what they do. Soon you will not have to worry about the Batman. Steal what you like, do what you must in a futile attempt to steal his heart. You will fail.
You sound pretty sure of yourself.
Plans are afoot, Miss Kyle. Soon you may wish to reevaluate your admiration for him. I will be the one standing over his body. And the world will know that Hugo Strange is better than him.
Yeah, whatever.
Two-Face has placed what you are looking for in his safe in his own campaign office. He is someone else who cannot let go of his past. I hope that the contents of that safe make you happy.
ever tell you about my first kill, Batman? No? As I am sure you are aware, my parents were dead and I was rich. So rich I could have anything I wanted, but of course, all I wanted was them back. I now know that was impossible, of course, that their death served a higher purpose. But back then, I had yet to experience the joy of cold steel cutting through warm flesh. I had no idea how I could save these people from the relentless misery of their existence.
You should have stayed that way.
Really? Then I'll stop now. Find another telephone, Batman. Goodbye. You made it. I think I will continue my story. I feel the need to talk, to confess maybe. I was rich and alone, but not for long, of course. I took to gambling. Or maybe it took to me. If only I had been good at it. I may not be where I am today. As my life spiraled out of control, I desperately formed a plan. A plan to win back my parents' money and be happy again. It didn't work, of course. Plans like that never do. But as I stood outside the Iceberg Lounge on that hot summer night, I remember feeling something. Hope, maybe. The Iceberg Lounge was crawling with disgusting flesh of humanity. You could find anything there, if you had the money, of course. At the beginning, I seemed to be winning. The cards all went my way, and I found myself at the owner's table. For some reason, I thought I would win, that he would play fair. I looked around the table. I saw the people I was against. Card sharks, thugs, princes, and the disgusting midget who ran the place. One by one, they all lost or folded. The chips were piling up, and it was just him and me. They called him the Penguin, even back then. He had both eyes, of course. That little accident hadn't happened yet. And both of them were looking at me when I put down my cards. 6 of clubs. 6 of diamonds. He looked scared. He leaned forward and I could smell the cigar stench on his breath. 6 of spades and finally the 6 of hearts. I felt good. And then he started laughing. He belched out smoke and he put his cards down on the table. Card by card, my heart sank. 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 7! Straight flush ended there. I was lost and thrown out into the city to die. And it's... Can you imagine what it was like, Batman? I was numb. I'd lost everything and I was alone, crying like a baby staggering through the streets of the city. Until I found the answer that I had been looking for. I stood there on the Sprang Bridge, looking out at the sea. I felt the warm breeze on my skin, and it felt right. I looked down and imagined myself falling into the blissful arms of my mother. And then he appeared. He held out the knife and demanded my money. My money! Can you believe it? I looked into his cold, desperate eyes, and I saw something familiar. Something inevitable. I saw oblivion. I saw that we are all the same, stuck on a miserable loop that demands salvation. So I gave it to him.
Can you imagine the vagrant surprise when I grabbed his knife from his hand? It was instinctive. It was beautiful. In one movement, I sliced out his throat and gave him the gift of salvation. It happened so fast, but I felt every joint sensation. The blood sprayed over my face, and I saw what little light was left in his eyes leave. But then it was over. I felt lost. Like it had been meaningless. That no one would acknowledge my sacrifice. And then it happened. Without realizing what I was doing, I plunged the knife into my forearm and cut deep. It was incredible. I felt my body elevate to a higher place. It had become a temple to my work.
Now this is the death shot, it's not actually canon. Also, I should say, guess I should go back. Yeah, Zaz was introduced in Book 2 in this universe. Deadshot is not anything like what he is in this version, but he was introduced in Book 1. Azrael hasn't been introduced yet in the universe. And then I guess before I get to the, and I'll do it when I get down to the since he's last. I have to go back to the
Patient interview 1. Subject's name, Jervis Tetch, a.k.a. the Mad Hatter. Brought to Arkham Asylum by the Batman 6 months ago. Patient exhibits signs of obsessive compulsion and paranoid schizophrenia. Sit down, Mr. Tetch.
But now time to sit. I need Alice. Where's Alice?
Please.
No time to sit. Not time to chat. I'm searching for Alice and I've lost my head.
Guard, restrain Mr. Tetch. Alice isn't here yet. Just relax, Jervis. She will be here soon. I promise. Now, would you like some tea?
Is Alice here yet?
No, I'm afraid not. Let us talk while we wait. You and I have much in common, Jervis.
Really? Do you know Alice too?
Unfortunately not. You and I both share an interest in the mind, do we not? I studied your papers, Jervis. You are quite brilliant. Truly an extraordinary mind.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all just chemicals and synapses and rabbits and... Oh, where's Alice?
You need to focus. Think about your work for a minute. You'll realize that there is no such thing as free will. That you can change a man's allegiances, his motives, emotions, all of what we believe makes a man with chemicals. Your formula was really quite brilliant. That's why I used it.
Well, how did you get it? Did Alice give it to you? Wicked girl. Nasty little thing. Is she here yet?
Soon, Jervis, soon.
Told me that Alice would be here.
She is, Jervis. She's right here.
Alice? Alice, come out. Don't out. Don't make me shout. Alice, come out. Where are you?
Take a look at the pictures, Jervis.
Oh, who are these people?
Look again.
I don't know who they are. Oh, please. Is Alice here or not?
Look at the first picture. Look at the dress she is wearing. Look at the hair. It's Alice, isn't it?
No. Can't be Alice. Alice has nice yellow hair.
I think you know exactly who this is, Mr. Tesh. I think you remember the night you lured Stephanie Williams back to your research lab. How you offered her tea. What happened then?
No.
You killed her, didn't you? She... It's okay, Jervis. It's all right to remember. How many Alices were there?
I can't remember. Alice isn't coming, is she?
That all depends on how you cooperate. I have a little side project that I'm working on. I could use your help.
My help? I can't help. I'll be late.
Stay focused, Jervis. This facility is old, tired, full of ghosts.
Ghosts?
Figure of speech. Do not worry. Arkham Asylum will not exist forever. Its techniques are old, its mission outdated. I intend to create a new Arkham, an Arkham that will rise phoenix-like from the ashes of this one.
Is there a fire? We should get out of here.
I have arranged for some documents to be left in your cell. They outline a technique I propose to control the mind of, shall we just say, weaker souls.
I can't do it without rabbits. I need rabbits for my research and tea
And Alice, I know. I have arranged for a number of test subjects to be at your disposal. They have been here at Arkham for so many years that no one will miss them. Shall we meet again next week? Oh, and I took the liberty of having your hats returned. I assume that will provide all the encouragement you require. Well done. I must say you have outperformed even my wildest expectations. Well done. I must say you have outperformed even my wildest expectations.
Did you see the people at my tea party? They all behaved themselves.
Yes, they did, Jervis. I'm very pleased. I have just one last request to make of you. You must keep it a secret. Can you keep a secret, Jervis?
With the hats, I can stop people remembering secrets. Does that count?
It will have to. I need you to pay a visit to Warden Sharp. He needs to come around to my way of thinking.
To join our tea party?
Exactly.
don't want to.
Of course you do. How else will you get to play with Alice?
What?
I have a new assistant for you, Jervis. I had her brought in specially. Look at her. She's just through there.
No, what are you doing? I need to see her.
And you can, as soon as you do what I ask.
Can I keep her?
Of course, she'll be all yours. She's Alice.
Introduced as Harvey in book 1. Introduced in book 1 but wasn't a main villain. Introduced as Eddie in book 1. Book 1. Book 1. Book 1.
30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February alone, which has 28 rainbow shines. But on leap year 2029.
Ebenezer Scrooge was a saint compared to old George Harkness. Remember him, Batman? Gotham's hanging judge, they called him. Even though the state had ruled me insane, Harkness swore and sent me to the gallows. So you see, it was all a simple act of self-preservation. I could hardly be held responsible for strangling that street corner Santa Claus for his suit. I needed the disguise to sneak into the judge's Christmas Eve party. Harkness thought it was all in fun. Till caught him around the neck during the Christmas lights. The cops found him later, hanging from the elaborate light display of his own roof. Judgy almost looked like a cartoon himself, alongside the comical reindeer, elves, and snowmen. I call that murder my Christmas special. September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, which 28 outside. Till leap year gives us